Greetings everyone. Today we will discuss about cultivation of anaerobes. We will discuss it as per PCI syllabus. This is unit 1 of pharmaceutical microbiology, B Pharm, third semester. Now, cultivation or culture of any kind of bacteria, both aerobic and anaerobic, it has three basic steps. These steps are preparation of culture media, inoculation and incubation. Preparation of culture media, inoculation and incubation. So, first to start with preparation of culture media. Most of the culture media is prepared by mixing various type of nutrients or ingredients. The ingredients are first weighed carefully and mixed well in warm water. After mixing, pH is adjusted by adding a suitable acid or alkali. After that, it is sterilized using suitable sterilization technique. Most of the time we use autoclave for purpose of sterilization. However, some media, they may contain some ingredients like blood or other heat sensitive material. Those things or those media should be prepared or processed differently. After sterilization, the media poured into a container, sealed container, and used later. However, some media also sterilized after pouring the media into the sealed container. So, this is the preparation of culture media. So, now inoculation. Inoculation is a process by which microbial seeds are transferred into a fresh and sterile culture media. For inoculation purpose, we use different types of techniques. So, these type of techniques like streak culture method, pour plate culture method, spread plate culture method, and stroke culture method, stab culture method, sweep culture method, etc. Streak culture method. Streaking means scratching. So, what is done here? You can see this is a diagrammatic presentation. So, first inoculation ware or nichrome ware is heated to redness. Then with the tip of the nichrome ware, the inoculum or seed of the microorganism is taken and it is scratched over the surface of the solid culture media. So, this is the first streak, then second streak, third, a different way. There are different types of streaking method, cross streaking, spiral streaking, etc. So, this is the inoculation methods of solid culture media. Next is pour plate culture method. In this procedure, what we do? We take the inoculum, this is the inoculum or seed culture. So, now it is taken into a petri dish. There are two different ways I will tell you. The first one depicted here, that is the inoculum is poured into a petri dish and warm agar, that is a 45 degrees Celsius temperature, warm agar media is poured into this petri dish. Then the petri dish is shaken gently. So, what will happen? This liquid agar media and the inoculum will mix up. Then it is allowed to cool down to form a inoculated culture media. So, these are the colony formation. So, this is the first procedure. Second procedure is there. Instead of pouring the bacterial seed inoculum into petri dish, we pour it directly to the conical flask where the warm culture media is there. So after pouring into the conical flask, what we do? We mix it well inside the conical flask and then we pour it in the petri dish. Both the technique are the same. The one thing, first pour here, then second thing, first pour here. However, if we pour it in the conical flask, it will be easier because it is easy to shake. Otherwise, this may cause problem, that is, some amount may fall. Second, another procedure is there, that is the spread plate culture or lawn culture or carpet culture. That is, the sterile media surface is covered like a carpet or like a lawn, or the culture inoculum is sprayed all over the media. So here inoculum is poured into the surface of the solid culture media, then it is spreaded with the help of a spreader. Next is stroke culture. What is done? In stroke culture, a slant culture is scratched with the help of a needle. This is the help of a nichrome wear loop. So here you can see this is the liquid media and this is the solid media. Solid agar media, if you keep it in a tilted position, this is the test tube, and if you keep it tilted position, then media will form a formation like this. This is called slant or agar slant. So what happens? In the slant position, their surface area increases. Otherwise, it will be round small surface. It is a larger surface is. So with the help of a nichrome wear loop, the agar surface is scratched. So this is the stroke culture. Stab culture, the similar thing what we do with the help of a needle. So this is the needle. So what happens? The inoculum is taken and stabbed into the culture media. This is the deep agar tube. You can stab. So what will happen? The microorganism will penetrate deep into the culture media. This is called stab culture. Stabbing with the needle. Sweep plate method. Here the microorganism or inoculum is taken in a swab or cloth and applied in the surface of the agar plate. So this is the sweep plate method and stroke culture method and stab culture method. Next is, so those are the inoculation of solid culture. For liquid culture media is somewhat simple. What we do? We use generally two methods. One is loop transfer, that is, this nichrome wear loop is dipped into a inoculum and then it is again dipped into a fresh liquid culture media. And second, gently. So what will happen? Microorganism from the inoculum tube will go to the fresh culture media. Similarly, we can use a drop transfer method. So what happens here? So this inoculum, it is taken in a aspirator like this and a drop is transferred to the culture media. So this is the drop transfer this one, and this is the loop transfer. Now for inoculation purpose, we are discussing about different methods like streaking and stabbing, sweep culture, lawn culture. So different methods are here: loop transfer and your loop transfer and drop transfer. For transferring all the technique, we must follow the aseptic technique. So this is the brief discussion about the aseptic technique. So what is done? First, the nichrome wear loop is heated. So if you heat it to redness, it will become red. After heating, it is swinged in the air. Swing. After holding it, it is swinged in the air. So what will happen? It will cool down. Then mouth of the inoculum is heated, so that cross contamination does not occur. Then it is removed. The cotton plug is removed or closure is removed, and this heat sterilized loop is dipped into the inoculum. Then again it is heated and the closure is closed. So this is the first part, that is after heating. Why we are heating? To avoid cross contamination. Second thing, what is done? So now inoculum is in the nichrome wear loop. Second step, we open the fresh culture media. We have sterilized, again we heat the mouth of the fresh culture media. If it is a petri dish, we heat the upper surface of the petri dish. Then we inoculate using suitable technique. We have already discussed the suitable techniques. Then we again close the container, again heat it back to avoid cross contamination. After doing that, we again heat the nichrome wear loop or platinum wear loop, where if some microorganisms are there, it will be destroyed, so that during next use cross contamination does not occur. This is called aseptic technique. Aseptic technique means which ensures no contamination. Okay, this should be done in a aseptic bench with laminar airflow unit. Preferably this unit should be placed in a clean room, that is the room which is free from microorganism. So 4-stage security is there to prevent contamination. So we have discussed the aseptic technique. Next is incubation. Incubation is the process by which microorganisms are grown in a controlled environment. So after inoculation, microorganisms require some time for their growth. However, during this period, they should be kept in a controlled environment. That is, especially the temperature must be controlled. We have discussed earlier, that is different type of microorganisms require different temperature range, so that temperature is adjusted and microorganisms are allowed to grow. For this purpose, we use an instrument that is called incubator. This is incubator. So this is the opened up portion. You can see several racks are there, several trays are there, perforated trays. So here we can keep our inoculated microorganism. Temperature, you can adjust temperature, and there are some incubator which can adjust humidity also. So this is the incubation. Now, cultivation of anaerobic bacteria. So those things we have discussed, generalized procedure for both aerobic and anaerobic. However, anaerobic bacteria require special attention and some special precautions must be taken, because stringent anaerobic bacteria, they die in presence of oxygen. So we must ensure an oxygen free environment for this type of microorganism. And some facultative microorganisms are there which may not be killed in presence of oxygen. However, their growth may be hampered in presence of oxygen. So for cultivation of different type of stringent facultative anaerobic microorganism, we use this method, the use of pre-reduced media, anaerobic chamber and anaerobic jar. What are these things? These techniques ensure an anaerobic environment. So first one is use of pre-reduced media. So in this method, what we do, we use a media in which some reducing agent is added. Reducing agents like cysteine. So we will try to use those type of reducing agent which is not toxic to the microorganism. And during preparation, we will flush it with the nitrogen continuously. Okay, nitrogen flushing. Okay, so what will happen? Now, if any trapped oxygen is there, that will be removed during the nitrogen flushing. So, reducing agent is there and nitrogen flushing was there. After that, during inoculation, this type of arrangement is there. That is, with continuous inert gas flushing, we inoculate so that microorganisms do not come in contact with the oxygen. So this is the pre-reduced media. Second one is anaerobic chamber. So anaerobic chamber arrangement is like this. Anaerobic chamber is generally made of glass or plastic. It is a gloves box. These are the gloves. These are not hand. These are the gloves fitted from the outside. One can put their hand into this portion marked as A. This one, and this is a enclosed area made of glass or plastic. This is the area for putting the material inside. So here you can see this is the original photograph of a anaerobic chamber. That is the culture media or other ingredients, they are first placed here in this B zone. So before putting those things, this chamber is freed from oxygen. That is, oxygen, nitrogen is entered and oxygen is released. So this material is kept here, then this portion is open and materials are taken into the box like this. So now there is a arrangement where a platinum converter or palladium converter is there, which can utilize hydrogen and make oxygen water if present. So this is the thing. And sometime there is a portion where a incubator is fitted. The incubator is fitted. You can, after inoculation, you can put it inside the box. Here you can see there is incubator. Incubator is also there. So this is the anaerobic chamber. And this is the anaerobic jar. So after inoculation, we can do it in normal environment, and after inoculation, we can put it here, because facultative anaerobics may not die in presence of oxygen, but their growth will be reduced if oxygen is present. So if we put it after inoculation, if we put it into the anaerobic jar, then the facultative anaerobic can grow better. However, for the stringent anaerobic microorganism, this type of jar is not suitable. So that is all we have about the cultivation of anaerobic bacteria. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I thank you for watching.